Today, for the first time in my life, I feel like telling you about my secret. For those who did not join the Brand Laureate Award Facebook Live on time, they are going to miss this. Can you promise me not to tell out my secret? Is that okay? Can you promise me? Okay. My secret is the secret of how to keep a secret. There's only one rule on how to keep a secret. The rule is don't tell anyone your secret. Do you know the moment you tell a secret to someone, it's no longer a secret. So it's best not to tell. I think I also cannot tell you my secret. That's the secret. What a joke. For those of you who are still interested to know my secret, you can still see me secretly after this session. But you must make it secretly a secret. Okay, the next session is an open secret. Let me first of all welcome all of you to the Brand Laureate Award Facebook Live. I am Dr KKJohan, the President of the World Brands Foundation and the Brand Laureate Awards. I'm so excited. I'm sure you are. This is the first of the many branding sessions that will be presented by the Brand Laureate, where I will share with you branding thoughts on how to unlock your brand during this lockdown. Your brand doesn't have to be locked down and knock off. This session will definitely help your brand and business to stay strong, stay alive as we move into the new normal of things. I'm reminded that tough times demand tough measure. You just got to do what you have to do to survive. It is a whole new world of doing business, a new normal. Got to do things differently now. How have you all been of late? Have you been able to adapt to the various phases of this MCO? What about your brand? Has it been hibernating these months? It has. It is time to activate your brand. What about your plans to build on your brand sustainability? Yes, sustainability is the key as many brands struggle to keep themselves afloat. It's not the best of time, but we have to make the best of it. If you don't take advantage of this opportunity, there may not be a better time. During these months, I have learned so many things from what is happening locally and globally. It has given me a new perspective of life and what we can do and what we cannot do. Who would have thought that the unseen and unknown virus, coronavirus, can bring the whole world to a standstill? To those who are still trying to fight COVID-19, we want you to know we are with you in your battle to overcome it. And together we shall overcome. And in the midst of all this pandemic and lockdown, the most frequent thought that comes to mind is how are businesses going to survive? Especially when the hospitality and the travel industries are so badly hit. Global borders are closed. Supply chains is affected. Factories can no longer manufacture their products. The whole situation is so bad, it blows my mind. I'm worried, very worried, so are you. News of brands closing down fill my mobile phones, and I'm often asked for opinions of their closures. Yes, I feel sad to see brands such as JCPenney, a 118 years old American retail brand, closing down. A young brand parents company of Pizza Hut, KFC, closing 7,000 stores in the US. Virgin Airlines, Australia was one of the first casualty. Thai Airlines filed for bankruptcy. Emirates downsizing. Hotels closures are becoming the norm. Blue Incorporation and the News Corp Australia, brand leaders in the publication, bid farewell to all their readers. If it is not closure, it is restructuring and retrenchment. Billion-dollar brands such as Genting, Grab Singapore, Brand Top, Aon Insurance, and the list goes on and goes on. And all these are taking drastic steps to sustain their brands. It is happening everywhere, and the road ahead is very rough and extremely tough. This is really unprecedented times. Business owners are crying out for help. The government can only do so much to assist. At the end of the day, we need to be strong to help ourselves get off of this crisis. We got to step up. Don't look back with regrets. Keep looking forward with hope. Hope for the better, a better future. Yes, we need to stay positive. Positivity is the way forward. Let me tell you all, if you have not realized it, you have a very important asset that you can work on and bring your business back. That is your brand. Many of us are so overwhelmed with what's going on that we neglect the very important asset that we have. That is our brand. You may think this is not the right time to invest in your brands as the market is slow, consumer sentiments weak, purchasing power down. But I want to remind you that your brand must be taken good care of, even in bad times. And during this lockdown, your brand doesn't have to be under circumstances, under the weather. You can still be on top and stay alive. Just like the lyrics of the song by John Legend, All of Me, which says, my head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. 'Cause all of me loves all of you. Yes, give your all to me, and I will give my all to you. Make sure you give it all to your brand. You have to. You have no choice. After singing, I hope I'm still breathing now. Better be sure I am. Better be sure you are. Let your brand keep breathing fun. Be confident of your brand. You can unlock your brand. You can unleash your brand, even during bad times. We must keep our brand going on when the going gets tough by continuously branding, as branding is the cornerstone of your brand success. Believe me, hear me out. Up your branding, especially when everything is down now. Our branding has to continue on. It must be stronger than ever to survive. Question: how do you survive when your brand is threatened in a crisis? In situations such as this, you have to do everything and anything possible to ensure that your brand is safeguarded. You have to keep your brand going strong. Remember, your brand is your greatest asset, your most precious possession. It has great values, and you must be able to unlock it to maximize on its potential. Don't ever let your brand be locked down and knocked off. If that happens, it only means you are not giving due attention to it. You can fortify your brand with these 5 lines of branding, which I call the lines of branding. And if these 5 lines are well synergized and connected, you will have a strong and sustainable brand to be able to survive through the test of time. Keep your branding going strong. If not, your brand will die. Why is branding so important for brand sustainability and brand survival? Because branding is the love line of your brand. The first line, branding must be the love line of your brand. Do you believe in love? They say love makes the world goes round. Is that true? Do you know that successful people are all driven by love? Yes, because of their love for what they are doing. They are able to achieve many things in life. Even when the tsunami comes crashing, they are still able to stay afloat and live on for the love of their lives. What about your brands? Do you love your brand enough? If you do, then your brand is safe. It has a protective and responsible brand guardians that will stand up for the brands no matter what happens. Would you want to see your brand suffer now? After all these years of building it up, how can you let your brand go down and let it down now? No way. You will not let your brand down because it was love that inspired you to take the first step to build your brand. And it is love that will continue to drive you on to do what is best for your brand. We at the Brand Laureate, we are going through tough times just like you. But we love our brands very much. And we are doing what it takes to overcome the crisis and to continue to stay in touch with everyone to maintain our brand leadership. We are adopting new strategies to stay relevant in the new normal. Social distancing is not going to distance us away from you. We continue to engage you, maintain our presence and leadership as we feel that distancing should not be a problem for branding. If you love your brand enough, nothing is a problem. You will think out of the box to ensure its survival. Ignite the love flame for your brand. We have heard of many cases where those who are dying, they spring back to life. What makes them alive? You can say it is the zest they have in them, the love for life, which makes them hang on, fight on, stay on until full recovery. Just like in any relationship, for it to sustain, both parties must have the love to maintain and sustain it. The expression of love in any relationship needs commitment and communication. Likewise, the love of your brands must be expressed through branding, where passions and commitments are important elements to keep the love flame burning bright and strong. It is the love for your brand that will keep your branding and keep your branding alive. Make branding the love line of your brand. Second line, branding is the lifeline of your brand. Have you experienced what is it like to be short of oxygen, where you are grasping and choking away? What needs to be done in a situation such as this? You need to turn on the respirator, the lifeline that will provide you with the air to breathe. Imagine if your brain is grasping for air. If it is not resuscitated, the brain will die. What is needed to resuscitate it? Branding, which is the lifeline of any brands. If they want to stay alive, to be seen, to be heard, to be known, to be remembered. What is needed to resuscitate the brand? Branding. No brand can sustain without branding. Just like humans cannot do without oxygen. You can't afford to let your brand run out of breath. You need to constantly supply air and energize your brand. For example, the Lego brand, they had a good start, but somewhere in 2000, it was experiencing major decline in sales. Children were no longer interested in it as there were many other options available for them. To resuscitate the brand to life, they went into theme parks, video, board games, and even creating movies. Lego had to resort to various branding initiatives to revive the brand and provide different engagement for its customers. Without branding, you get nowhere except ended up dead. Great brands making branding their lifeline to build on their legacy. Branding must give the newness, freshness, fragrance to your brand. Keep your brand breathing fine. Never run out of breath. Before we move on to the third principle, do you know that brands are animate, meaning that they are like human, alive? For anything that is animate, it needs to have blood flow to keep the heart beating. For brands, the blood flow is branding. I call it the bloodline. The third line, branding is the bloodline of your brand. Imagine your body without blood supply. No blood flowing to all your organs. It will stop functioning. The cell will die. The brain will be damaged. And all your organs will collapse. Blood is so important to keep you alive. The continuous supply of blood is needed for your heart to pump well for you to stay healthy. Do you know that brand is the heart of the business? Like the human heart, which survives on continuous flow of blood to keep it pumping, your brand must ensure that its bloodline is always flowing. If the bloodline is cut, it will suffer a brand attack, and the consequences are disastrous. What is the bloodline of your brand? Branding. Branding is the heartbeat and the pulse of your brand. Your brand takes because of the branding strategy and innovation introduced to make it stay alive. Pump up your brand. Pump up your branding to be different from the rest and be the brand leader. While your brand has a healthy blood flow, you need to make sure that your brand doesn't bleed. The moment you stop branding, your brand starts bleeding. Number 4, branding must be the front line of your brand. In any organization, various departments play pivotal roles to its success. From human resource to finance, CRM, and others. Of all these, branding is the most important and must be the front line of all businesses and brands. Branding creates the brand awareness needed in a market that is filled with multitudes of brands. Branding creates the identity of the brand. Branding generates the business revenue. Branding engages the consumer. In short, branding is the cornerstone of the business. It must be made the front line of your brand. Your brand must always stay in the front line to be seen, to be heard, to be known, to be remembered. I'm repeating this as there is just too many brands in the market. And if you want your brand loyalty from your consumer, you have to always be in their mind and be remembered. If you think that your brand should be low profile and not seek much attention, may I suggest you close your business. Because without branding, business cannot survive. The brand is the business and the business is the brand. Branding reinforces all the touch points of the brand to the forefront and give them a sense of identity, belongingness, and create strong mind recall. If your brand is not at the front line, you have fallen short of your branding. You need to relook at your branding initiative and rectify it immediately. Push your brand to the front line with branding. Your brand must be at the forefront of your business. Lastly, the last line, number 5, branding it online for your brand. With the new normal, everything goes digital now. Everyone is viewing, receiving messages online. Wherever they are, you can reach them. It is the most efficient and effective medium of communication. Online your brand for better reach and sustainability. In this digital age, where everything is done online, you cannot afford to be left out. Online allows you to have a worldwide audience, while physical stores are only confined to local communities. Just being online is not enough. You must promote your brand story by branding it on various online platforms and maximize on the brand potential to build your brand values. Branding online for greater reach and profitability is very important. Every brand must have an online strategy that will add dimension to the brand growth and brand success. And for that, in recognizing the importance of being online, especially during this time where borders are closed, social engagement at a minimum, the brand Lorette has come out with its first e-branding awards that will allow it to continue on its mission to recognize brand excellence among brands, with the theme to be seen, to be heard, to be known, and to be remembered. The e-branding award will premiere on August 3rd, 2020, and is open to all brands in the world. The Brand Lorette e-branding award serves as a platform to recognize brands with strong leadership that have overcome many difficulties and hardship, especially during this crisis, to reinforce brands the importance of branding to stay ahead of challenges, to elevate winning brands for greater growth and greater success. These e-awards will help you to stay strong, stay healthy, stay alive. For more information on the Brand Lorette e-branding awards, please visit our website www.thebrandlorette.com, our social media platform, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, the Brand Lorette Awards, or call our secretariat. This is the time where you must make your brand known and show that you are in greater position and better leadership than before. Let me reinforce once again the power of branding for your brand sustainability and survival. Don't give up on your brand, no matter what, no matter how. Brand matters. It matters most in every business, more so now than before. Follow the 5 lines of branding for your brand success. Your brand will rise above all circumstances. You can rise above everything. That is for sure. And this story that I'm going to share with you will tell you why. There was a rich man who was celebrating his birthday. And during his celebration at the poolside, he gave a challenge. For any man who dares to jump into the pool and swim across and come out first will get to marry his only daughter and inherit his wealth. And as he was speaking, suddenly he heard a big splash in the pool. Someone was already in the pool. And everyone was in horror, watched in horror. People were screaming, shouting, cursing, because the pool was full of crocodiles. They said, surely the man will not make it. Surely he will die. How stupid can he be to jump into a pool full of crocodiles? But to everyone's surprise and amazement, he swam to the other side of the pool alive. When he was asked later about his bravery, why did he jump into the pool? His reply was, someone pushed me from behind. The moral of the story, Sometimes when you are pushed, you push yourself to the limit. You will discover your ability, your potential, your strength to do the impossible. The truth of the matter, he swam for his life. He fought for his life to save his own life. He said, when I was in the pool, full of crocodiles, I wasn't thinking of his daughter nor his inheritance, but my life. It was my life that saved me. His daughter, his inheritance, come as a reward. Fight for your brand to survive. Then comes the great rewards. Your brand is your life, and your life is your brand. Especially in this crisis, where everyone is drowning and dying, where everyone is saying cannot and will not. Let you be the one who will say, I can, I will survive. I will make it to the end, till the end. See the best of you, see the best in you. Your greatest potentiality, your greatest positivity, your greatest possibility is in you, especially when you are caught in a situation like that. You will realize that you can make every impossibility a possibility. I hope this story will give you the courage to keep branding. Here, I wish you great success. Together, we will overcome. Together, we will survive. Together, we will win. You can't let your brand down even when you are down. You may be down, but not out. Always keep your branding up. Up your branding, because your brand is your future. Your future is your brand. And you can't be wrong with brands, especially with your own brand. Continue to stay tuned with us. Watch out for the Brand Lorette Facebook Live next session. I will tell you my secret. Till then, keep it a secret from me to you. Shh.
This is the